Under which law?
Under the policing law. If you refuse...
Under what?
If you refuse, I'll simply arrest you, not a problem.
Welcome to today's video, where we expose police misconduct and hold public officials to account. Today's footage comes courtesy of Auditing Britain. Their link is in the description below, so be sure to support them and watch the full video. In today's episode, we're outside Kidderminster Police Station, and what you're about to see is truly shocking. We have a plainclothes detective who doesn't understand her own laws, terrorism powers being used to threaten an arrest over a camera, a request to call a dependent being refused, 5 hours spent in a cell without charge, and officers citing legislation that has been obsolete since 2010. And that's before we reach the point where this very force had already lost a lawsuit to the same man they just arrested.
Hi. I noticed you were following me. Is there any reason?
Is there a reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay, what's that then?
Why are you following me?
Why are you following you? Why are you filming?
Sorry?
Why are you filming?
Police officers.
Yeah.
Shoulder number? I didn't see it. 1527, and you are?
I'm also at the police station.
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number?
Why are you filming?
Shoulder number.
That's the question.
Are you a PC?
No, I'm a DC.
Oh, if you're not, you're a DC, so you need to give me a shoulder number.
My card number's 926.
Thank you. Is there any reason why you're following me?
Is there any reason why you're filming?
Yes.
Okay.
But why are you following me?
Because you're filming.
Because I'm filming, you
you're
following
filming
me?
the police station, yes.
The officer's initial response is effectively an admission. He was filming, so they decided to follow him. That's the full extent of their reasonable suspicion. There was no description broadcast over the radio, no report from a member of the public, and no crime taking place. He simply had a camera. Case Code A is explicit on this matter. Reasonable suspicion must be objective, linked to the individual concerned, and connected to a specific legal power. O'Hara v. Chief Constable, 1997, established this principle. Suspicion must amount to more than a mere hunch and more than someone pursuing a hobby. Filming a building does not create suspicion, it is photography, and it is entirely lawful.
We're police officers.
All right.
We're walking around and we saw you filming from Broomfield into the backyard.
Okay.
It was the road.
It was public land. I did not go to the back. Let's make it very clear. So, public land.
Is there a reason why you're filming through the back gate?
Is there any reason?
Yeah, is there a reason?
Yeah, just to film.
To film what? What's...
Just making a video of the police, that's it.
And what's the... Where'd you put the video? What's it...
Am I being detained, guys?
No, I'm just asking questions.
Am I free to go?
No.
No, not at the moment.
So I'm being detained?
Information from
I'm
yourself.
asking you questions.
No. Am I being detained?
Well, asking questions about why you're filming...
And I just told you. Matters of public interest. I'm making a video of the police. Am I being detained?
You are being detained for questioning, yes.
There is one thing everyone watching this video needs to understand. In UK law, detention is not simply a term an officer decides to use, it is a legal status. The moment an officer prevents you from walking away, you are being detained. It does not matter what they choose to call it. They may say it is just a conversation or that they are merely asking a few questions. Those words have no legal significance. The only issue that matters is whether you are free to leave. If the answer is no, then all the rights associated with detention apply from that point onward: the right to know the power being exercised, the right to know the grounds for it, and the right to remain silent. Officers across the country often use polite, friendly language to keep people talking long after they could have left. Before saying anything, ask the one question that truly matters: am I free to leave? Their response will tell you exactly what your legal position is.
Which section did you detain me under?
I have just watched you walk to the front of the police station and film inside that police car.
Correct.
Okay? So we are asking you why you are doing that.
I need to tell me which section you detained me under.
No, I've given you enough.
No.
You've got 2 uniform colleagues.
Yes.
We've given you identification.
You're the detaining officer?
So we've told you who we are. I'm
Yeah.
DC 926 Joanne Bills. What is your full name? My officer.
All right, hang on. Okay, I've heard what you said. I heard absolutely everything.
What is your name, please?
Let me just respond to her 1 second, yeah? I've heard everything you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the detaining officer, and which section are you detaining me under?
I'm detaining you under the Terrorism Act at this moment in time.
Which section?
Okay. Please give me your name. Are you fine to give me your name and address? Because the next step is to arrest you.
Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. Pay close attention, because this is where their argument begins to unravel. Section 43 is a stop and search power. It permits a constable to search a person whom they reasonably suspect to be a terrorist in order to find evidence that they are a terrorist. That is the full extent of the power. Nowhere within the section, or any of its subsections, does it require a person to provide their name, address, date of birth, or any other personal details. She is asserting a requirement that simply does not exist in the legislation she is relying on, nor in the threshold needed to exercise that power. Reasonable suspicion of terrorism is not established by a man standing outside a publicly accessible building with a camera.
It's as simple as that.
Hang on, okay. Which section? I need to.
Are you failing to give me your name and address?
Officer, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's telling
Which
you.
you need to tell me which section you detained me under.
I have asked you. You are acting suspiciously.
Okay.
I have a reason
I want
to
to.
question you.
Don't
about,
worry, yeah.
I have a reason to question you about it.
Yeah.
You don't need to challenge me. Just simply give my colleague your name, your date of birth,
Okay.
and then we can find out more as to.
All right. Okay. At the moment, I need to know where I'm standing. Yeah. I am detained by a police officer. Okay. I'm not free. Hang on. Let me finish. I'm not free to go. You said you're detaining me under the Terrorism Act. I'm asking you which section are you detaining me under? That's it.
Look, are you refusing to get? Simple as this. Okay, you've got two options. Give us your details, or you get arrested.
So do I have to give you my details?
Yes.
And here it is, the threat: provide your details or face arrest. What she has just stated has no foundation in law. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act does not require a person to provide their name or address, nor does it create a power of arrest for refusing to do so. The provision that does require a name and address is Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, but that applies only when a uniformed officer is dealing with antisocial behavior. Filming is not antisocial behavior, and she is not in uniform. This is not a misunderstanding of the law. It is ego and intimidation presented as legal authority.
Under which law?
Under the policing law, if you refuse.
Under what?
If you refuse, I simply arrest you. Not a problem. The
Under
police
which law?
station's right there. I can take you out.
To give you details,
Yeah.
arrested or to ascertain your address and your name.
The Terrorism Act.
So what we want currently from yourself is your name and date of birth, just to run some checks.
Okay.
To make sure everything's fine. And that's,
All right.
but other than that, if you don't give those details, we're going to have to arrest you
Right.
under the Terrorism Act because you're filming vehicles.
Yeah.
We have no understanding of why you're doing that, and by arresting, if you don't give details.
All right. Okay. I am filming. Yeah. Around the police station. Yeah. I did not. I was all on public land at all time. Hang on. Let me finish. At all time. Okay. I am filming. I'm not denying this. I told you I'm filming matters of public interest. I'm making a not a movie, like a video about the police. It's very difficult to make a video.
Making a video about the police while you're filming personal vehicles.
An officer begins questioning the auditor about why he was filming personal vehicles. The real question is why this is being raised at all. Recording vehicles in public, including police officers' personal cars, is not a criminal offence in the UK. There is no law prohibiting the filming of anything visible from a public place. If it can be seen from a public area, it can be recorded. It's as straightforward as that. By asking, "Why are you filming these vehicles?" the officer presents the activity as though it is suspicious, when in fact there is nothing unlawful about it. Police officers are expected to understand the laws they enforce, and that includes acknowledging the public's right to film in public spaces, regardless of whether they personally approve of it.
I didn't film personal vehicle really. I filmed that.
At the police station, filming personal vehicles, what my colleagues told me.
It's not illegal to film personal vehicles.
No, but you're causing alarm and distress to some people.
No, I didn't. They caused me alarm distress by following me. Let me finish. Okay. Now, I am right now detained under the Terrorism Act. Okay. By this officer. She didn't tell me. Hang on.
And we just want to ask your.
Let me just
name and
finish.
date of birth.
I know you want
Go
to.
through
I know you want to. She didn't tell me which section.
You don't need to know the section.
It's not the section.
That's not a piece of legislation we use often. So
Okay.
Find the section if you want.
I will
it.
I will tell her which
You need to
section.
know it.
I think it's section 43. Make sure it's section 43. Okay, section 43 of the Terrorism Act does not require me to give you my name and address. Yeah, hang on. If you have reasonable, hang on.
Are you refusing name and address? Because the next step is simply to arrest
And
you.
the
Simple
code
as that.
and code G is to identify persons, and that will be
If
the
you-
reason for arresting
if
you.
you suspect
and
me
to
that-
interview you and to reason why you filmed.
if you suspect me that I'm a terrorist,
No, because you're refusing to give your name and address.
yeah, but I ask you which
Asking your personal
under the Terrorism
details.
Act.
We're asking you your personal details. You're refusing to give them.
I don't
so
have
you'll
to.
be arrested. So you're under arrest. It's
Okay.
handcuffs, please. Get cover for me. It's now 16:25 hours, and you're under arrest. You don't say anything. It may harm your defence if you do not mention when question something which later on in court you could do say maybe giving evidence.
All right.
And there it is. she arrests him. The stated grounds are causing alarm and distress to officers. There are two significant issues with that claim. The first is that Section 24 of PACE requires reasonable grounds to suspect that an offense has been committed and that an arrest is necessary. Standing on a public pavement with a camera does not satisfy that threshold. The second issue is the one that effectively settles the matter. The Public Order Act was not created to protect police officers carrying out their duties from ordinary public scrutiny. The case law on this point is well established. Officers are trained and expected to deal with pressure as part of their role. Claiming, "I felt alarmed because he was filming," is not, and never has been, a lawful basis for an arrest.
I'm not going to be aggressive, officer.
Just put your hands
When you're recording, I can put it into property brief.
Do you have to put me in cuffs? I can come peacefully.
I don't know who you are.
I'll come peacefully, officer.
I understand that, but I don't know who you are.
What it is, I try not to put on too tight.
I understand.
I'm a little bit
Do you want to end your
claustrophobic.
recording first?
Let's put it in there.
What we witnessed today was a police force in disarray, a serving detective unable to identify the correct legal power, a threat of arrest under a section that does not require a person to provide their name or address, an actual arrest justified on the basis that officers felt alarmed, a justification that has never existed in law, 5 hours spent in a cell, a request to make a phone call to a dependent refused. The detective appeared to invent the rules as the situation unfolded. When officers understand the law, encounters like these are resolved in moments. When they do not, they can result in unlawful arrests. That is the key issue. Understanding the law matters. It is the only way to challenge an officer when they attempt to rely on authority rather than legal grounds. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Remember, the law wins when you don't know the law.